Hey guys, my name is Arjun, and I'm going to be giving you a quick demo of the order tracking simulator that I've built. So, sort of at the high level, what this is a way to track an order from creation to delivery. So, kind of think of like one of these Domino's pizza trackers. So that it doesn't really sound that interesting off the bat. So, I guess like why should you care about this is that it's not meant to model these really simple workflows, but rather these long, complicated workflows in which a lot of things could go wrong. So, sort of think about prescribing medication to a patient, and going through the whole prior authorization process. So, to do that, you need to, if you want to build like software to automate that process, you need to find out a way to get around all of the different cancellations, delays, things going wrong, people not responding to you, sort of build a really resilient piece of software. And that's what I've aimed to do in the simplest sense. So let's kind of take a look at the code here, or I guess the demo. So what you want to do to get started actually is to clone this repository with taking this and then the link and going git clone, and that's going to give you the repository, and then you sort of navigate to that. So I'm not going to do that because I already have it up and running. But once you're in here, you can just kind of just get it started. It's going to kind of set up the environment. And I guess while it's loading, a little bit more information is, so visualize that pizza tracker. Every step of the process, there is a chance that something can go wrong. We've programmed that into this. So there's a chance that there's a timeout. There's a chance that there's a runtime error. So a big kind of thing I want to show is like this workflow is going to be able to overcome those challenges and continue to move forward. So let's kind of test that out here. So I'm creating an order. I'm going to just call it, what do I call it? Maybe there's like drug one to kind of go with the specialty drug metaphor here. Give it like an address. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up here. Okay, awesome. Let me get my face out of the way. Great, so from here, we see that the order has been created and we have to approve it within 30 seconds. So we can do that with approving it like this. So a reason why we built the approval in there is because a lot of these workflows have human in the loop, right? So if somebody needs to approve a prior authorization claim, your workflow should be able to handle that. So we can kind of check the status of the order here. So it looks like drug one is now in preparing package. And you can see these like retries here. So it looks like there's been 3 retries. So what does that mean? Is that 3 things have gone wrong in this workflow. And it's been able to kind of recognize that and overcome it, move on to the next stage. And it hasn't crashed, and it's gotten to this kind of preparing package state. So this is kind of shows you, looks like it's already shipped in the time I was talking, but this is right here, the full-on workflow of what it went through. So we kind of created the order, and within a few seconds, it just kind of was able to ship it out. Awesome. So you can also, we support like observability and being able to see how things are moving through the workflow. So this is kind of the logs of what happened. So we had 2 package preparation failures. We had 2 carrier dispatch failures, but we were able to find a way to just kind of get it out the door. So we were able to implement this using something called Temporal. So Temporal is how you build these resilient workflows. There's a few things I want to talk about. First thing is persistence. So the idea of persistence is that one crash is not going to kill your workflow, right? So we had multiple crashes here, but we were still able to get it to the order shipped. Another thing is idempotent side effects. So that's kind of a big word. So what that means is that, let's just say like something is failing at the payment charged step. So when that happens, I don't want to be charging my users twice or 3 times or 4 times. It's going to have to keep track of, hey, we charged the user, and that means that when we repeat that step, we shouldn't double charge them or triple charge them. So being able to keep track of that, and we keep track of that with the database. Having human in the loop is another really important thing. You saw that with manually approving the I guess the drug one package or order that we started. And the last thing is just observability, being able to see everything here. So these are some of the cool things you could do with Temporal. Anything else to talk about? Yeah, I think just the last thing is you can also cancel and update the order address if you need to. I guess just like from a technical perspective, we had a bunch of different services running. So we had a Postgres database in the back end. We had Temporal, which is the kind of the Python platform I was talking about. We also had two different workers that kind of were running these workflows to push it through. And you can kind of find all of these things, in our Docker Compose takes care of just running all of the services for you. Yeah, so this has been a pretty long video, but this is kind of the demo of what I've made here. So that's all I got. Thank you.